Hi, how's it going on? My name is Mabu. It's been already 1 month. 1 month since 2022 began. Oh boy, time flies so fast. But you know what, folks? We gotta move on as life goes on. Today's Mabu channel is kind of interesting because I'm gonna be talking about fire. What's that? You guys don't know what the fire stands for? Oh, come on. If you don't know it, you are so behind for your financial literacy, but not to worry. I'm gonna get you updated with the definition and what you are encouraged to do for your future so that you can catch up what's behind and get the financial management better, okay? By the time you are done watching my video, you should be able to gain your financial knowledge at least at the same level of mine. I'm not a qualified financial planner in Japan, but I'm so happy to share a fire with you. Let's retire young. So, for those who are not sure of fire, let me just tell you fire. Of course, it doesn't mean fire. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Basically, according to the summary stated in Investopedia, it shows by saving up to 70% of annual income, FIRE retirement proponents aim to retire early and live off small withdrawals from accumulated funds. Okay, sounds a good idea, but how? Everyone wants to retire early and enjoy the rest of their life with not suffering from a financial issue. Same here. I have a bunch of friends of mine who have their family, kids, and purchased a big house with a 35-year housing loan, but they need to keep paying a chunk of money every month until they turn like 68, and they wish financial freedom. I'm like, are you drunk or out of mind or something? I'm telling you, that's a reality they are having right now. Most of people know it. They know they gotta pay more annually than they earn money. That's why they give up on FIRE. Myself, I think I'm eligible for it because I have no family to feed. My education is over. Housing loan is this 50K. Japanese yen, including utility, and I invest in stock every month. So far, as of now, I think I'm having a great start. Previously, I've been making my video about money, but they don't really make a good point for my viewers to understand what they need to do in person. I don't know too much either. So this time, I figure maybe it's great to start study with you together and review what I learned from a famous YouTuber, a Japanese YouTuber I respect. I appreciate you give it a like if you gained something from my video because today's Mabu channel is just for you. Alright? Cool. Shall we begin then? If you just Google FIRE, you can always find someone who got rich and made millions of dollars from only a few dollars before their 30s or in the early stage of their 40s. That's a great story. But your question is, what do they want to do when they retire early? Not at all. You visualize your retirement as you work super hard. You use up, burn your spirit until you die, and eventually you can be free. Not an answer for FIRE. School doesn't teach you how to spend your time after your retirement. Your texture is blank. There is no answer on it. It's hard to visualize your bright future, but the FIRE I would like to illustrate today is supposed to be so active and entertaining. I mean, fun. You're gonna be able to have multiple options on whether you keep working or not. In other words, you can work for your self-satisfaction. I've seen too many people working for money. My parents did the same as I and my sister grew up. We saw our mom working so hard day in and day out. We didn't want to be what she was because it's just not fun. Out of date. So we started to seek out for financial freedom. My sister said, "Hey brother, how?" I was like, "What? I don't know. Ask yourself." That's how we are so stuck in the first place. I was thinking successful FIRE achievers are so limited. Maybe around 5 out of 100 people can reach the goal at $1 million before they are 30 years old. That's an astronomical number or lottery to get a jackpot. People think it's quite difficult to hit a milestone. If you think so too, that's wrong. My favorite YouTuber, Nakada-san, suggests anyone can reach the financial goal as long as you have a correct financial literacy. As you can see the table next to my head, you can have findings of 5 levels and 5 steps you need to know in advance. I outlined these tips for you. Number 1, you are strongly encouraged to make saving money at least to make a living for extra week. Deposit and making allowance are prerequisite. Okay, that makes sense. Number 2, stability. If you have a deposit to live for 6 months without working, I call it stability. And no debit. What's up to you? No stable deposit for you? Oh man, that's not good. If you are already in trouble with number 2, you drop out. You have to go back to number 1. I give you 1 point. You have to point 1 on your forehead right here and stay there for good. Number 3, your life has to be flexible. If you have a saving money at the amount of your cost of living for 2 years, you're a winner. That means if you save $1,000 a month and keep depositing for 2 years, you can make up to $24,000 right? If you can invest in $24,000 for asset management, you are good. But if you make less, you are a loser. Most of you left. Oh, come on. Please come back to my channel. Then, finally, number 4, folks. This is a stage called FIRE. That means you can live your life only from capital gain of investment you are looking for. That's also called passive income. A lot of you guys misunderstanding the concept of FIRE. You attempt to retire as early as possible, but that's not essential factor to reach your goal. Financial independence is more important than early retirement. Suppose you start up and launch your business and you make a large amount of annual profit and you grow your business. That doesn't lead to your financial independence, okay? You are spoiled by your parents and you ask them for financial help saying, "Hey mom, I need some allowance. I gotta pay bills." Nope. That's not. The financial independence is not to make money on your own or to feed your family, but the real financial independence is to make your money more money. That has to be compounded. I think I've been telling you so many times before, but I repeat this shit because it's crucially important for you to make more money. Let's say if you invest $10,000 which compounds annually at 5%, it will be worth $10,500 after 1 year, right? That's easy. Then you maintain growth rate at 5% of compound interest, and when your money at $10,500 is compounded with 5%, you'll gain $11,025 in the next year, and do the same repetition for the third year. Or you'll get $11,575.25. If you just accumulate $500 for 3 years, you only get $1,500 in the end. But if you compound for the same 3 years, you get extra $75.25. That's a secret of financial independence. This is the principle of it. This sounds tricky, but very easy to understand. Likewise, I do make the most of stock investment. It's not easy to maintain growth rate at 5% every year. Sometimes I get economic crisis and lose a bunch of funds at the same time real fast. I have to keep some cash safe for emergency use that requires me some tricky techniques. But I'm getting much better to handle asset management after some practices. So for a long run, I think I'm okay. Still in the process of learning though. You know what? I realize it's getting out of date to pursue promotion within a small department of the organization where you work. For the level 4, you have to forget about the old-fashioned company philosophy, like a stereotype. You have to work overtime and make more money. Your company doesn't want that either. If you attempt to make more money from physical work, that's gonna be counterproductive. Absolutely. You can always reduce your living expense by 50% if you make more effort. I'll help you how to do it at my best effort, okay? I briefly drafted the following 5 steps that might be of help. For the first step, I'd like you to set up and make up the actual amount of dollar you can retire. How much do you need in order to retire? I want to question with that. You made up your big decision. You'd work as hard as possible. You quit your job and you don't want to work forever. How much actually do you need for the rest of your life after retirement? More importantly, have you told your friend about the retirement? I guess not quite many. If you declare the actual amount and say it loud, you are such an awesome. Not many people can do it, but that's the first step you gotta take. I'll explain more detail for the second chapter later, okay? For the second step, you need to review your current portfolio management. I guess you are wondering what the heck I'm talking about, but don't worry. I'll explain more detail for the next chapter as well. If you don't own your asset, just think about how much of cash you have in your banking account and how much you cash out every month. In order to reach initial goal you set up in the first step, you can know what you're doing, what you're gonna have to do. For example, you wanna have up to $1 million US in the future, but as of now, you only have $30,000 US by cash, and suppose you have to make up with the rest of $970,000 US. That sounds a long way to go, but just forget about it. You want more money. Okay, just focus on the fact how much you need in order to fulfill your happiness. I know it's hard to measure your satisfaction, happiness, and some sort of intangible positive thinking, but when you balance between the different entities like your money and your time on arbitrage, you need to take into consideration. You change your mind. For myself, I work full-time job from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. If I work for 20 days with no overtime per month, I get a stable income. Then my annual income will be about $400K US. If you are satisfied with the amount, you can't be free from rat race forever. The most important key of today's lecture is your mindset. In your mind, you guys might have stereotyped that money is finite and time is infinite. You want a popular video game at $100 US and you get a 10% off coupon, but you have to ride a bike toward the local gaming shop 1 hour far away from your house. Finally, you get it at the cheapest price. Do you think that's a pretty good deal? I don't think so. People do not notice it. People only care time is money. If you can possibly shift your mindset differently, you come to realize time is more important than money. How you use your time is what actually matters. We only have 24 hours a day, folks. You, me, mom, dad, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and whoever on the entire planet have only 24 hours in a day. That means time is finite. Are you with me? Yes, you bet. In terms of money, however, you can maximize your profit. Right now, you have a limited amount of income at the moment because your company sucks. They don't pay you too much. Even if you claim and complain to your company that your pay is ridiculous, nothing will change. Okay? I see a bunch of young people stressing out over their jobs, complaining that they are not making enough money. But for me, that's totally out of point. I hate to sound like a cold person, but what they are looking for is the luxury handbags, some fancy restaurant, brand new cars, and whatever irrelevant to investment. So, If you go back to the time when you were in high school, living with your parents, having a pretty decent life, they would probably tell you to take a good education, get a better job, and work hard. I guess they've kept telling you that since you were in a small child and you believe they were right. Now, it is quite hard to believe it is opposite. They wouldn't have told you financial independence or early retirement to see if you could go for the cheapest lifestyle. They would never wish you to have a social status with no occupations on your resume. Why not? Because they wish you to have as decent life as they did. You got promoted, make more money, and give birth to your kids and have a wonderful family with a wonderful life with your family. That's what they want from you. Their goal is your goal. I mean, to begin with, FIRE, you can make money anytime, anywhere. Money is infinite if you shift your mind. I deeply think so too. I'm planning to go to Tokyo this summer for my YouTube activity to elaborate my status as a Japanese YouTuber. It may be more comfort to have a more present lifestyle here, of course, because my salary is not too bad. Cheap is cheap, but my salary is limited. Even if I keep working at the same company for good, it doesn't go beyond 400k US dollar annually. So it's not a big deal to leave company right away. In Japan, overall, our lifestyle should be already comfortable for many of us out there. It depends on how high you want to go on this comfort ladder. So I think your comfort zone is already high if you are watching my video because you have enough money to live indefinitely in some cheap apartment and you can retire. If you are too busy, I don't think you watch my video and you go after FIRE. I see some people who already made 1 million US dollar in deposit, but they got crazy to work too much, especially in Tokyo. Look at the managers working for a food chain industry, for example. They have money, but they never sleep. I don't know why they are working so hard. In exchange with a high salary, they ruin their family. They have money, but they are physically and mentally worn out. Have you not seen those people before? Yes, you have. I want to question them. What's happiness for them? They are able to make more money, but their mindset is not good. That is the reason why they are unhappy. Once again, basically, FIRE is an activity to value your time more than your money. If you can make a little bit change with your mindset, you can get closer to FIRE. I have a friend of mine working at the same company. His name is Kimura-san. One day, he showed me the to-do list for the rest of his life. He outlined 100 things he wants to do. And then half of the year passed it. I asked him again how many of them he has been completed so far. He said, no, fucking 0. Oh my god. He said I was too busy to go over each one of them, but I was like, I'm so sorry to hear. That's too bad. He looked so pathetic, to be honest. He was taken aback by his worth, but that's what it is. When you get to the point, you're gonna wanna retire with a brand new car in your garage, and then you wanna upgrade your studio apartment with gorgeous design. You can also upgrade your hobby and your entertainment. You go fishing, hang out with your close friends, and party all day, and whatever you want. You can pretty much just keep going up the ladder. But you have to master your time management. If you mistake how you spend your time at the early stage of your life, you fail FIRE too. When you think about it this way, work is not a noble pursuit. Only if you work as a part of your hobby, it's exceptional. But unless you are a business owner, no way. So, For step 3 and 4, you can both reduce your expense and increase your income at the same time. In the beginning of today's video, I might have suggested you to have a frugal life, but not forever. You can always challenge anything big. Like I said, if you want to elevate your job career, you can always change your job and attempt to increase your income, but not to upgrade your housing rent or not to make another miscellaneous expense until you have enough money. That's prerequisite condition to make before you go on fire. With that being said, investment is gonna be an important key role to make your job performance better at a point. Maybe you don't even have to work anymore. What would you do next? Would you quit a job? Yeah. If you're a single and a young person, maybe you can have a job interview for a higher paying position, or maybe you are just enjoying your lifestyle, like I'm doing a YouTube in Tokyo. Well, those could be the reason to continue working, and other people quit right away to desire more and get something greater than what you are having right now. So this is a point that I wanted to highlight for you. Let's see how it goes.